Now that we have some idea about force, let's try to summarize it. We learned that force is a type of pull or push exerted by one body on another. So there are two bodies involved, one which applies the force and another which experiences it. And even this force doesn't act unilaterally, but on both the bodies, equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. But for most of our analysis, we focus on one body and consider the forces acting on it. Note that from now, whenever we talk about the effect of force on a body, we will only consider the forces experienced by that body and not the forces exerted by that body. It might appear to be a simple concept, but a lot of early learners make mistake in this concept. So be careful. Next, we know that force is the rate of change of momentum of a body. So if we apply a force F on this body of mass m, its momentum will change from 0 to F kg meter per second in 1 second. For cases like this, where mass remains constant, we can take out mass from this expression and hence the value of force becomes mass into acceleration. This equation is for special cases where mass remains constant. But when it's not, we will work with our original expression, that is, force is rate of change of momentum. And its direction is same as the direction of change in momentum or acceleration when the mass is constant. A special property of vectors is that they can be resolved. That is, they can be expressed as sum of vectors, each acting in a different dimension. We will understand the usefulness of this property as we start using it. Let's now learn how to draw a free body diagram of a body hanging in free space and learn how to use the expression we have just derived. To draw an FBD, we first think of all the forces acting on the body. In this case, it's just one force we are applying on this block in this direction. Then we draw this force as vector with its tail on the body. If we apply our expression for force for constant mass, the acceleration expressed by this block will be F by m in the same direction as F. Let's look at this in another way. If it was given that the block was accelerating in this direction, what would be the force acting on it? It would be mass into acceleration in the same direction as acceleration. An important point I want to stress here is that what we have just found is the net force. The expression F by ma should actually be net force equal to mass into acceleration. Why? Let's see. Here we saw that if this was the acceleration, this should have been the force acting on it, or rather this would have been the net force acting on it. So naturally, this same effect, that is this acceleration, could have been caused by two forces whose sum is net force we have just calculated. Let's solve a problem at this point. The same block is experiencing an acceleration in this direction of magnitude A. We know that three forces are acting on it, but only two are known. Can we find the third one? Try to solve it yourself. The solution will be discussed in the next video.